Hey, I'm Ev Gugio, and I'm reviewing guys. The what if you all guys requested it, and actually the idea I decided. Now most of you guys voted for no, but most of you guys actually want this war to happen. So I decided that I'm gonna bring the community this what if. But of course, for the other half of the community who did not want that, I'm gonna send the next part will be in the next week. So I hope you guys understand that. For those who wanted this whatever, I'm really sorry. You just have to wait a week. But for those who hated it, hate the idea, I guess you just have to wait or just ignore the 1 week. So yeah. Now, how will the story even begin? Well, in the story, I'll be known as Issei or Yusei. So yeah. If you guys are wondering, yes, I do look like Yusei from DayZ Academy because I decided to practically give myself these looks. Of course, my do this will actually be much more different than any normal do this. With my do this actually representing a black red gauntlet. Of course, I'll practically want to practically embrace myself to a power of the red eyes deck that I got. Of course, I'll be the twin brother of Jason. Uh, of course, Jaden, Jaden Yuki. So yeah, of course, both of us we incredibly fans of heroes, but I'll be most fan of dragons. You see, of course, we have his elemental heroes, and I'll have my red eyes monsters. I'll actually have much more unique red eyes because one of our parents would have been the original creator of the red eyes black dragons. Actually working with Joey Wheeler to create much more powerful variations, which I will actually able to get thanks to them. Of course, I was able to get my original Red Eyes Black Dragon and eventually get even more different versions of it. Even get some card supports that I have able to achieve. Of course, I will also be able to help Jan as both of us will actually would have dueled multiple times utilizing our decks. Of course, I'll practically will save my skills so I can prove myself. But now the story would begin when both me and Jane actually rushing on to Dual Academy, as both of us would actually getting late, as I actually told Jane to go, but he constantly would have just trying to fall asleep. Eventually, of course, we will still meet Yugi when he becomes older. He will still give Jane his Karibo, but he'll actually give me a card that is actually kind of similar to me. He eventually would give me this card and eventually would disappear. I won't be confused on who he was since I could not actually describe him that much. But eventually, when I look at the card, I'll be practically surprised. This card, it looks incredibly powerful. I've never seen a card like this. Rise Darkness Metal Dragon? Wow. This card is really powerful. And its effects? Wow. Man, I'm really looking to get this card. But wait, where did he go? I looked around for a person, but he disappeared. Yeah, of course, we'll look around as well, but both of us will just put on these two cards in our decks as we then rush on. Actually, of course, there'll be pretty two spots that will be left for us, and eventually we'll actually ask him if we can join. Of course, Professor Crow will decide to actually face off against both me and Jaden. Jaden, of course, will begin with his normal strategy, with me also being mine. As I would have summoned my Red Eyes Retro Dragon. So, yeah. Well, of course, my Retro Dragon's effect being if a level 7 or roll or Red Eyes monster you control except Red Eyes Black Chick is destroyed by your opponent's attack or card effect, it's into a graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. I will just normal summon it since I don't want to use the effect. Of course, the other card will be pretty impressed by me actually using our Red Eyes deck. CC Barkley has never seen some Red Eyes decks in a really long time, especially one of his top students a long time ago. I'll practically be surprised. So he does have a student who has Raz Black Giant deck as well. Huh. I'm pretty surprised. I actually thought that most, at least, did not actually use those decks. Professor Carl explained to me that most decks can be pretty common, but there's some others who can practically use the cards really well. I'll then set 2 cards and I'll end my turn. Of course, Professor Carl will still summon his Ancient Gear Golem. Let's try to attack Jaden first. Of course, I'll be pretty confused on why he attacked Jaden, but I will use my negate attack to practically negate the attack, practically meaning that Jaden takes no battle damage nor his monster is destroyed. Of course, Professor Carl will be probably a little bit annoyed by me, as don't just smile. Eventually, it will be Jaden's turn and he'll summon another monster in defense mode. He doesn't have anything to work with just yet, but I do. Eventually, I'll then tribute with my monster to summon Rise Alternative Black Dragon, one of my ace cards that I actually got a long time ago. Well, Professor Carl actually being surprised by this Red Eyes. He actually never seen this type of Red Eyes before. So yeah, I didn't use my alternative Red Black Giant to practically defend myself, since I know that my Giant is not as powerful as Dr. Crowder's monster, because it possesses the power attack of 3000, while mine only has a normal attack of 2400. I know that the attack power isn't going to be lower than his Ancient Gear Golem, but with Kunai Witcher by my side, I can practically utilize it very well. So I practically would have waited for Crowder to attack me. Of course, Crowder just decided to attack Jaden, as I was pretty shocked. Why is he not aiming for me but Jaden? Is he trying to fail Jaden instead of me? Why? I'll be confused as I try to figure it out. It took me a long time, but I realized Crowder actually does not even like us at all. He wants to get rid of Jaden since he sees him as a much more weaker opponent. But of course, Jaden will still laugh as I would just smile, realizing that Jaden's just having fun, just as I am as well. Of course, I'll just know when I need to get serious. Eventually, of course, Dr. Crowder will decide to practically try to destroy my red eyes. But of course, I will then able to activate. I will then, of course, after my monster being destroyed, I will decide to practically send one of my red eyes monsters to a graveyard so I can special summon Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon in defense mode. So yeah. Well, of course, Personal Card decided to destroy as well. Eventually, I would just smile as I then was able to receive a card to my hand. The card I desperately needed since a long time, as I banished my Meteor Dragon to get a spell card to my hand, being none other than Red Eyes Fusion. Of course, I would just smile as I have one piece of my combo to practically perform against the Professor. I tell Professor Crowder he's pretty powerful, but now it's time for me to end this duel alongside Jaden. Of course, Jaden will just smile and nod as I will then activate my trap card known as Recovery of Fusion, which is practically a custom made card. This card practically allows me to practically allow my partner, if I have one, to practically retrieve a polymerization from either the graveyard or the deck. If it's either banished, it is banished after the end of this turn. So yeah. Jaden will receive a polymerization to his hand as he will smile, and then nod to me as he then uses polymerization to fuse his Vercingetorix and Avian to form Flame Wingman. While I will then use my Red Eyes Fusion to fuse my Red Eyes Black Dragon in my hand and my Dark Magician in my other hand. As I fusion summon, as both of our fusions would ignite the sky. With my fusion being engulfed in a red-black aura, as Jaden is engulfed by a red-green aura. Of course, Alexis and the others will be surprised alongside Chaz, as he has never seen Rise Dark Dragoon in a long time. He has only seen him being utilized by both Yugi and Joey in his timeline, and nobody is able to perform this combo to even summon him in the first turn, not even in the fifth. Of course, most of them will be surprised as I would have summoned my Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Of course, Dr. Crow will be pretty shocked by me summoning this powerful monster. Of course, with this powerful monster by my side, I already know what I must do. And I'll, of course, reactivate my Red Eyes Dark Dragoon's special ability. Decide to inflict damage equal to attack a Flame Wingman, which will probably surprise Dr. Crow as his life points drop to 900. I will then nod Jaden as he will then activate Skyscraper, and eventually both Wingman and Dark Dragoon of our monsters will rush against Dr. Crowder's Ancient Gear Golem. With all of them combine their attack points to reach 6,100. And with the power boost that Skyscraper were able to get, it will be pretty this powerful. Of course, Dr. Crowder will tell our monster to stop, but we are just telling to go on. With my Dark Dragoon and Flame Wingman annihilating Ancient Gear Golem, eventually winning us a spot to be in Door Academy. Both me and Joe will give ourselves a high five as we're pretty happy that we were able to get in. I then retrieve my Dark Dragoon as I was pretty happy that I was able to win with my best card, my ace of my entire deck. But maybe I'll have another one, a one that I was actually able to get a long time. But I guess I just had to wait for me to utilize this card. I wonder how I will do with this card as well, as I look at my Dark Dragoon and eventually look at the rest of my hand. As I look through all the cards I use in a duel, I'll be pretty impressed by my skills that I'm able to perform, with me being incredibly happy that I was able to perform this well. But guys, this is the end for this part. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you guys in the next one. Sayonara, everyone. See ya.